go over how to find evidence-based practice articles in PubMed. I'm Megan Bell, the librarian for the School of Health Professions. I'm your contact to help with these topics. Feel free to contact me. This video will cover how to do a simple search to find articles, how to use the advanced search feature, how to use the clinical queries feature, and how to find clinical guidelines in PubMed. Feel free to let me know if you have questions. As always, please begin on the library homepage to have access to everything UAB has license to. Also, I do suggest that you create a My NCBI account. It's a really useful feature. It's free, and you can create it using any email you like. It's not connected to UAB. It's just something that's in PubMed, and it can help you save searches, save articles, things like that. So it can be a really helpful feature. If you want to know more information, click on any of those links or see our library guide. So we have our question: in an adult male with knee pain, is manual therapy and dry needling effective for reducing pain and recovery of function? We've identified what our main ideas are, so now I'm going to go to the database to try to find articles on this topic. So first I'm going to do just a simple search. So in a simple search, we take all of our keywords and we just put them together. And PubMed is going to do all the background work for us. So I'm putting in, well, we're going to put in the top 3. In one of the previous videos, we identified the main ideas we wanted, the most important ones. So I want knee pain and manual therapy, dry needling, and function. And so the reason I'm only putting function in is because since I have knee pain and it's not in quotation marks, that means it's not going to search for it together. So it's going to search for knee anywhere and pain anywhere. So I'm already searching for pain. I don't need to add it twice. And I'm just going to click search. And so it found 5 results, which is not bad. So if I would have found a lot of results, then I would have further refined my search by using these filters on the left, such as by year, or I would have selected a specific type of a specific type of study of article that I wanted, or yeah, that's probably what I would have done. So, but I don't need to do that because I only have 5 results anyway. So it's pretty simple for me to browse through the titles and abstracts to decide whether it's relevant to what I want. If I wanted to get the full text, as I mentioned in the previous video, you click on the title and then you look to the right and you would see the full text at UAB button. I'm going to go back to the home page, and now I'm going to do the same search, but I'm going to use the advanced search feature. So if you look underneath the search box, it says advanced. Click that and it takes you to this screen, and you can put in all the same words into this box here. So what this means is some features that are here, you can click this drop down menu, and right now by default it's searching all fields. So that means that it's searching for the words you put into this box here, in all of these places at the same time. But if you wanted to, you could tell it you could tell it to only search for those words in a specific place. So I'm going to put in, and also you see down here that it keeps track of the searches I've done. So I already did the same search and I'm just going to do it in a different place now. Okay. Knee pain, manual therapy. So then I go to the right and I click add. And then here I have a choice. If I hover over the little arrow, it'll give me an option to add to history. If I click add to history, it will just add it to this box down here. But if I actually wanted to search and give me results, I click search. And so I get the exact same amount of articles, but I'm just showing you different ways that you can do it. And a third option is to use something called the clinical queries function. And so I'm going to click on the home page icon, I'm going back to PubMed's homepage. And if you scroll to the middle of the screen and you look in the middle of the screen, in the middle of the screen, you click on clinical queries. And your textbook mentions this, so it's basically when we talked about you can divide when you're trying to address your searchable question and you decide whether it's going to be a diagnosis question, a prognosis question, or a therapy question, or also called intervention question, this particular part of PubMed will do that for you. So you just you can put in your keywords. So again, we can put in the knee pain, manual therapy. And it's really useful if it's a topic that has a lot of information published on it, because it has a lot of background things that are going on that can help limit your searches. Dry needling and function. And then you click enter or search. And here it gives you the option, so you can click therapy, or there's prognosis or diagnosis, or clinical practice, clinical prediction guidelines, or etiology. So those are the options that you have. And then when it has scope, broad or narrow, broad means it's going to catch more things, of course, than narrow is going to be more specific. And again, we're getting the same 4 results. But if there were a lot of things published on this, or if there were systematic reviews, you would see systematic reviews here. So just another option, another way you can search in PubMed. And I am going to go back to the PubMed homepage. And this is the old PubMed. We're going to go to the new PubMed. And we're going to do a clinical practice guideline on the same thing. So you can also search PubMed for clinical practice guidelines. They don't have nearly as many as some of the other options that are available. For example, in a previous video, I mentioned ECRI, which are the ECRI Guidelines Trust. That has probably has far more guidelines than this. So this will not be my first place to go to find a clinical practice guideline, but you can search here for it. So again, I get 5 results, and if I scroll down and I look on the left, and I don't see it here, but we're going to have to. So it would be here under article type. It would be practice guideline, but I don't see it there by default. So we're going to go to additional filters, and we're going to scroll to practice guideline. We're going to check it. And when we check it, it's not selecting it. It's just going to add it to our list here. So now I click it. And if there were a practice guideline, it would show up. But there's not a practice guideline because this is too specific. So I'm going to change it, and I'm going to say just knee pain and manual therapy. Is there a practice guideline on that? And I'm going to click search. And there's PubMed has one practice guideline regarding knee pain and manual therapy. And here it is. So just letting you know what some of your options are. Again, for more guidance, feel free to visit our library guide. And you can always contact me if you have any questions, or use our chat with the librarian service.